Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The action has already started. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. Free-flowing, fluid, flexible, just some of the words that describe the genius that is Ruud Gullit, a player whose impact on the game remains so profound, so relevant today.
Yeah, you could almost say he was the very first all-action, all-athletic number 10. All those marauding runs from deep, going box to box, these weren't the sort of things expected from a playmaker back in his day.
Oh, well played, lovely. It's Ronaldinho! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Inter Milan with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. Ronaldinho. Baresi was in no mood for any of that. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Pelé knocks it into space. Can he get on the end of this? Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Milan have their opener. Takes a shot! Well now, oh, what has happened here? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, that has not gone well. Oh, can he get onto this? Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Now it's Kaká. He's found a way through. Oh, that's been cut out. Well played. Xavi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Ronaldinho. Baresi cuts out the pass. Now it's Messi. Oh, no joy this time. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. Gullit showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Vieira. Pelé. Pelé driving forwards. Baresi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And this is Pelé. Pelé was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Baresi is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Now it's Pelé. Ronaldinho. He is just caressing the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's another good win of the ball. And he welcomes it in, and pull it! It's loose now, and they want to get it, and again! Certainly not the easiest of chances, but he had a good crack at it.
Yeah, he's the sort that can make the most difficult look quite easy, but that definitely wasn't his very best.
Now it's Eto'o.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Eto'o is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Xavi. Cafu. Cafu plays it in. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Can he get it through? Oh, that's fabulous. And he shoots! Pull it. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ronaldinho quietly revving up. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day.
Signore e signori, vi ricordiamo che non è consentito parcheggiare intorno allo stadio. Grazie della collaborazione. Cambio di giocatori.
Here we go again.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
He's shifting from Neymar! Yes, it's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And that is fabulous! A true beauty of a goal!
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Pull it! Goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Ibrahimovic coming on to a rapturous reception. It is the moment we've all waited for.
It's a wow moment. Now that's the sort of change you don't see every day.
Inter Milan take the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Ah, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Ronaldinho stood his ground strongly. Gerrard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
Ball is over the line. Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Ronaldinho. Xavi. And they can counter here. And the pass is intercepted. And this is Hullet. And he was quick to react.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Van Dijk is there, and he can pick it up. Nicely worked. Pass is just off target. Vieira. And it's Ronaldinho. That is a brilliant interception. Baresi makes the interception. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He is through here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now, can they get him away? Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, that's neat. Oh, some tackle that.
Inter clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
He's found a way through. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Vieira. And it's Ronaldinho. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. And there's green grass ahead of him. Chance for a shot! And he's found the net! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Was there ever any doubt?
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 22.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Oh, they could be caught out here. There's the shot! Goal! Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10.
Milan making another change here. Milan complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too...
He's had a shot! Oh, taken with style! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. 2 up and very little time left, surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Roberto Baggio ploughing through the middle. Turns back here, probably the best option. Iniesta. Roberto Baggio. Milan do have a chance to counter here. No, he's just misjudged that one. And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. And already we're underway here.
There's a player below us, Peter, that I've always admired. Franco Baresi, a defender with wonderful composure and discipline.
Yeah, can't say I'm surprised by your assessment there.
Yeah, one of the great liberos. His intelligence put him on a level higher than the rest, I think.
Forlan. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's in plenty of space here. And the ball is out of play. Iniesta. Vieira. Cafu. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Inter Milan controlling the possession in this early phase. He has found the way through. Oh, sweet feet. Tries a shot! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Flamengo are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Vieira. Oh, they can break here. Now, who's going to be first to this? That's a throw. Ball's out once more. Maldini. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Baresi is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Inter Milan are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Short changes him with that pass, and he welcomes it in. A lot of... And he shoots! And yes, it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well-timed, excellent interception. Rafinha. Forlan.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Engages and forces him off the ball. Xavi. Cafu. Xavi. Inter Milan finding their passes. Rice. Rafinha. Now this could be a chance. Decent chance! A whisker high.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Rice. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Xavi. Vieira. Messi. No, that's been intercepted. Cannavaro. Vieira. Now it's Hullet. Hullet proves just a little bit too strong. Cafu. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Closing in on goal. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Mbappe! Oh, good ball! Chance, surely! And it's in! And right on half-time, that is telling! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion. And there's the end of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Inter Milan are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Oh, that's well spotted. Looking for options for movement. He's on it, can he get away? Chooses to go back. Goes for a shot! Pull it. Nice looking ball. Dink through. And that is as far as they're going to go. Baresi makes the interception. Xavi. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Baresi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Hullet. Oh, he's bustling through here! Flamengo needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Vieira. Hullet does have his name on the score sheet, of course.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Cafu. Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Always onto this. Oh, super ball. Oh, he's got a side of goal. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, that's a fine interception.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He's having a shot! It's in! Do not write them off! Back they come! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That is good alertness. And it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Iniesta. He's picked his way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Cannavaro. Now it's Van Basten. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Flamengo really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's fabulous. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Iniesta. And here's Forlan, picked out brilliantly. And the ball's come loose here.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 22, Ronaldinho. Numero 9.
Ruben Neves, the man with such great vision.
Numero 23.
Still anyone's game this, one moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Park Ji-sung. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Van Basten. The final 5 minutes. And that's gone loose.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Van Basten. Referee has just said play on. Cruyff. Now it's Pelé. He is through here.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Shot a goal! Yes, he's done it! And that may just do it! Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off.
And time is up. Inter Milan have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle and here we go. Well, here he is, Martin Caceres, an uncompromising, unrelenting defender, Jim.
Yeah, and that unbreakable spirit is what makes him so special, Peter. He just plays without fear, determined to win at all costs.
Every team needs one of him, doesn't it?
Well, if you want to be successful, it's essential.
Neymar. Iniesta. Iniesta going face-to-face with his great rival. That's an imaginative pass. Baresi spots it and intercepts. Vieira. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And this is Hullet. Oh, shooting chance! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Sparta Rotterdam are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, super ball. Shot at goal! And it's come back out to him. Sticks it away. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Maldini makes the interception. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Iniesta can see things others simply cannot. And this is Hullet.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Sparta Rotterdam look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack.
Can he finish? Ronaldinho could move up a gear here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Caceres did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Vieira gets a foot in here. Now it's Roberto Baggio. And this is Hullet. And he's on his way. And the shot! Decent enough try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And here's Hullet. Neymar. Oh, important interception. Brzezinski. Now, can they get him away? Pass somewhat off target. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Iniesta cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
He's picked his way through. Oh, that's an excellent interception. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Hullet receives it in a good position here. Vieira. Ronaldinho. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Albert Ferrer. And no, he's seen through all of that. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's found a way past. Ronaldinho! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, that's neat. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Searching pass he's played there. Always onto this. It's Ibrahimovic! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him!
That's just downright fabulous. Both the disguise and the control, and then that gentle scoop.
And now he has two. And that'll be the last act of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Messi. Chance for a shot! Caceres gets good distance on it. And they're back on the ball again. Vieira. Baggio receives it in a wide position. He's having a shot! It's there! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the lead now is 2.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one...
He's gone for goal! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And it's Neymar. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Nicely shaped ball. Floated through. Chance, surely! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
Ronaldinho.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
The attendance for this match was
Now Ronaldinho.
51,577.
And it's Iniesta. Gets a good foot in there. Looking to play him in. Shot could be on. Shapes to shoot! And it's there! And they are cruising away. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Vieira.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Messi, closing in on... Big chance! Cafu made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Played into space. Baresi. Iniesta. Vieira. Good purpose. Vieira! Oh, what has happened here? And this is Neymar.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Ronaldinho. Iniesta.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Great ball if he can get there. And he's in on goal. It's Ibrahimovic! Ibrahimovic made a good run there. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, this looks sharp. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's clever. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Decent chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And again! And the keeper threw out a limb.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Hullet. Iniesta tries to play it through.
Has been indicated.
Nice control. He's had it taken off him. Little doubt, that is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. And there goes the final whistle. Inter Milan can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. The peerless Didier Drogba, just a standout hero to so many.
One of Africa's finest and a huge reputation for being a big game player.
Big games, 9 goals in 9 cup finals during his time in London. But takes a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he's heaved it away. Lam. And he's whipped it. He gets big! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And that is a little undercooked. Hullet. Messi. Messi takes control of it and he's on the move.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And it's Iniesta. Messi. And it's Vieira. Baresi. Inter Milan, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Ronaldinho. Cafu, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Delivery from Mbappe. Ronaldinho. That's a sharp pass. Iniesta can so cleverly bypass the press. That's Cannavaro. Cafu. Baresi. Vieira. Hullet demonstrating his defensive quality there. And that has been slung wide. He's making a real surge on the left. Delivery from Mbappe. Climbs up big! Maldini. Vieira. Cannavaro. Iniesta. Mbappe. And here's Drogba. And once more he proves rigid and robust.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Just a piece of art! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! That was beautiful, something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Bahia have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Messi. Now it's Hullet. He can run onto that. Now this could be a chance. And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Messi. And here's Hullet. Drogba.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now Mbappe. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Time and again they are repelled.
Inter certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Well, they've got it again. And it's Messi. Iniesta. Nice sequence of passes, this. Drogba is onto it in a flash. Pelé, always onto this. Lam, he is through here. Tries to cross. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Ronaldinho.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Vieira. Oh, they could be caught out here. Now, who's going to be first to this? And Hullet! And the ball's come loose here. And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Vieira. And it's Vieira. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Lam is looking to influence the game from out wide. Hullet. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Ronaldinho. Now it's Messi. He has found the way through. Driving through the middle. There's the shot! It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Ronaldinho. Hullet gets flagged offside.
Substituição no time do Bahia.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Ronaldinho. Camisa 17.
And he's quick to snatch it back.
Deixando o campo para a entrada.
Ferdinand.
Camisa
Now it's Van
99.
Basten. Beckham gets into a good position. Maldini pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Vieira. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Pullet being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to...
Ronaldinho! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Lam. Pele. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Van Basten. Can he get it through? Oh, shooting chance! Van Basten! My word, this guy is special! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And they've got their lead back. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. It's a promising position. And Messi! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Camisa 10. Sai para a entrada do jogador. Camisa 8.
Maldini spots it and intercepts. Cannavaro. Inter Milan, perhaps contemplating their next change here. That's Maldini. Cannavaro. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Gerrard. Back into the middle. He's having a go! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
And we have our very first corner. And he's taking no chances there. Out to the right. Oh, it's played into the area. He's got tall. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Bahia have their second corner now.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, some tackle that. Inter Milan must do something here, and very quickly.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Vieira cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Oh, this looks sharp. Great vision. And it's Cruyff. Real chance! He's got a goal! We thought it was over. It's all square once more.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Ferdinand has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
And it's Vieira. Steaming on goalwards. Look at the space here.
Teremos 5 minutos de acréscimo.
Rivaldo, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Oh, easy pickings there. Kagawa. Nicely weighted ball. Neatly clipped into space. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Cafu. Iniesta. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Kagawa. Gerrard. And there goes the final whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. We have already started here.
The presence
Face to face with the keeper. And that's a good ball. And the shot! He's got away with one there. And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos goes short. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. And now they can spring out of defence. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Neymar. Little doubt, that is a foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. That was travelling. That has ended up in no man's land. Looking for the run. Oh, some tackle that. Oh, easy pickings there. That's a cute ball. Oh, super find. Can he finish? I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So,
and pull it! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Tries to get it clear. Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. And the through ball. Now that's well seen too. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho! Off the post! That's a half-decent try.
Well, the look on his face says it all.
It's a really well-measured ball. Out to the right. And he was quick to react. Now who's going to be first to this? And he's well positioned here. And he shoots! Goal! Sao Paulo! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now then, the ball's come loose. And this is Ronaldinho. He's come in hard. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Ruben Neves did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Vieira did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Vieira. Now it's Messi. Ronaldinho. Out to the left it goes. It's a promising position. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's picked it up out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. And the finish! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Hullet, and it's Iniesta. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Ronaldinho did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Roberto Carlos. Inter Milan are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Iniesta. Over to the left. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. That is lovely. Neymar. That's tidy. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's got away. That's good play. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Baresi. Ruben Neves. Costa Curta. Ronaldinho. Of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Vieira. That's a little off target. Vinicius Junior goes for the shot! The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, shooting chance! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. Well, there was to be no other outcome.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
A case now of complete control. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. That gets things going for the second half. Inter Milan didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Played out to the right. Cafu has it out wide and in space. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Hullet is standing over this one, looking here to alter the direction of the game. Ronaldinho! Outstanding save to keep that out. Corner number 2 then. Ronaldinho with the short one. Sao Paulo are looking to go forward now. That's a throw. Cafu. Baresi.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Endrick. Can he get on the end of this? He is through here. And the shot's on here. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Ronaldinho. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. This could spell real trouble. We know he has already been booked. Ruben Neves has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card.
While sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Vinicius Junior. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well seen, saw that coming. And it's with the keeper. Baresi. Ronaldinho.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.953
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Baresi. It's a pretty loose pass. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Now, can they get him away? That's beautifully weighted. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that is as far as they're going to go. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have to you.
Signore e signori, vi ricordiamo che è possibile acquistare il programma dell'incontro.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. The action has already started.
There's a player on the...
And the shot! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Ajax are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So, a breakthrough already. Busquets. Van Bouten producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Well, there's the clearance. It's a good-looking delivery. Looking for a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, delightful ball. And he was alert to it. Khan clears. Mateus did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Not the most accurate pass.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Busquets. Ronaldinho. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Keeper's dealt with that. Ajax are looking to go forward now. Searching pass he's played there. Xavi. Inter Milan are behind here despite their domination of possession. That pass has been well intercepted. Cannavaro.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Rijkaard defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Busquets. Well timed, excellent interception. Cannavaro. Baresi. Cannavaro. Vieira. Busquets is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Played out wide. Ronaldinho. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. So he's plotting something before playing it in. So what can they come up with here? Great defending, strong and determined. Aimed beyond the defence. Baresi cuts out the pass. Half an hour played now. Xavi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Ronaldinho. He has found the way. Tries a shot! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Maldini. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Ambitious ball here. Maldini gets over and intercepts. Busquets. Cannavaro. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Takes a shot! Superb goal! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.